Hello dear students, today we'll continue with our next chapter, that is separation of substances. As you can see on your screen, there are two words, separation and substances. So what does separation means? Separation means removal of substances from a mixture of two or more than two substances. When two or more than two substances, they are mixed together in any proportion, then we need to separate out those substances which are useful for us. For example, separating of pebbles from the rice. So we have to remove the pebbles from the rice to get a good food stuff. Another example is separating of tea from tea leaves. So we separate out tea leaves with the help of a strainer to get tea and to separate out grains from the stalk. So next we will discuss about the different methods of separation. But why does we separate things, or why do we need to separate out certain substances? To obtain two different but useful components. So we need to separate out substances to get useful components and to remove the non-useful components. Pebbles, they are the non-useful components which are present in your rice. So we have to remove those non-useful components. Similarly, your husk particles, they are also added in the foodstuff. So we have to remove those impurities or harmful components which are present in your foodstuff, or to group the substances according to their size. So this is how we need to separate out certain substances. Now, there are two types of substances. One is pure substance and a mixture. So pure substance, student, they are the substances which are made up of only one kind of particles. I have shown you one example of water. Water is a pure substance which is made up of two elements, that is your hydrogen and oxygen, means water is a compound. And on the other hand, sand is a mixture which is made up of two or more than two kinds of particles. Students, here I have kept one glass of water. Water, it is a pure substance. There is no impurity in this water. Similarly, your sugar granules, they are also a one type of pure substance or made up of one type of components. But your sand, it is made up of many things added in your sand. There are some pebbles, some twigs are added, some leaves are added in it, and some pebbles are also present in this sand mixture. So sand is a mixture, and water or your sugar particles, they are the pure substance because they are made up of one kind of particles. So what pure substances are? Pure substances are either elements or compounds. Element is a substance that consists of only one kind of atom. For example, your metals and non-metals. Gold is a metal and it is made up of one kind of atom, that is your gold. And compounds, they are also pure substances, but they are made up of two or more than two elements which are chemically combined in a fixed ratio. As I have shown you the example of water. Water is a pure substance which is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Another example is here on your screen, that is table salt. It is made up of sodium and chlorine. So table salt, it is also a compound but a pure substance. Now students, what actually a mixture is? Mixture is a component which is made up of two or more than two components which are mixed together in any proportion. The proportion may not be fixed. So here on your screen there are two types of mixtures. First is your homogeneous mixture and the second is heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixtures are those mixtures which have same composition throughout and its components, they are uniformly distributed and we cannot distinguish between the two components. Whereas heterogeneous mixtures, the composition is not same and the components, they are not uniformly distributed throughout the solution and we can easily distinguish between the two. homogeneous mixture, the example is given on the screen. When we add salt in the water, the solution or the salt solution which is formed is a homogeneous mixture. We cannot distinguish between salt and water. Whereas on the other hand, when we will add sand to the water, then we can easily distinguish between the water and sand. So we can easily identify the sand particles in water, so they are not evenly distributed and the solution formed will be heterogeneous mixture. So to make these terms more clearer, I will do this activity for you. Here students, I have got 2 glass of water. In 1 glass of water, I will add salt in it and I will stir it properly. And as you can see, the salt is getting dissolved in the water and we'll get again a clearer solution. So this solution is a homogeneous mixture where we cannot distinguish between the 2 components, salt and water. Salt is completely or evenly distributed throughout this glass of water. But on the other hand, when we will add sand to the water and when we will stir it, it will not evenly distribute. After a few minutes, it will slowly settle down at the bottom of the glass and we can easily distinguish between the 2 components. So the mixture formed will be your heterogeneous mixture. Another example of your mixture is air. Air is a mixture of several gases. You have studied about this thing in your 5th class also. Lemonade which you make in your home, that is also a mixture of lemon juice, water and sugar. So mixtures, they can be in the form of solid or liquid or in your gaseous form like air. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we'll study about the different methods of separation of substances. Thank you and have a nice day.